I'm a huge Randy Savage fan. The very first wrestling T-shirt I ever bought in my life was the Violet Macho Man shirt that you see. I think they've kind of reissued it now. But I bought it because I loved Ricky Steamboat too, but the Steamboat shirt was kind of lame. It was yellow and just a bunch of kind of like Japanese characters on it or whatever. It didn't look good. But so I bought the Savage one, and I laughed because wrestling was popular but wasn't super popular. And a lot of people thought that I was a Village People fan. And I was like, no, I'm not a Village People fan. Or other people, I remember thinking, like, what if they think that I'm saying that I'm a macho man? Like, I'm so cool that I'm a macho man. And I had to explain a couple of times. And I always wish that it said Randy Savage underneath. But that was the first wrestling T-shirt I ever bought. Me and my friend Wallace from Winnipeg, we used to reenact the Savage Steamboat match from WrestleMania 3. We could go through the whole thing. I believe I talked to Lanny about that. There was 22 two counts, as we called them. We didn't know that it was called a false finish. It was a 2 count, and we were able to reenact that match completely in our basement. I remember we set down the couch cushions and go through all of the ups and downs of that match. And then, of course, I loved when Savage won the title at WrestleMania 4, and then the Mega Powers exploded at WrestleMania 5. Now, I worked with Randy in WCW. I was there from 96 to 99, but barely ever had any interactions with him. WCW was a strange place at that point. The top guys only hung out with the top guys. The bottom guys only hung out with the bottom guys. You didn't really cross the streams. So I didn't really know Randy very well. There's 2 stories that I can really think of, my interactions with Randy, because I was super intimidated by him. I was intimidated with all those guys. But I remember we had a house show. I believe it was in where's Elvis Presley from? Tupelo, Mississippi. That's where it was. And I remember that for two things. One, Eddie Guerrero had a couple too many drinks, and he peed in the bushes outside of the house where Elvis was born. So that was nice. Not Graceland, the house where he was born. It's just an open thing. You drive by it, and he had to go pee, so he peed in. He pissed on Elvis's house, I guess. And the other thing was, there's something went down with the stereo system at the arena, and you couldn't play ring music. And Hall and Nash had just gotten there. And like I said, WCW was a crazy time, and they were a little bit prima donna-esque, shall we say. And they were really upset that there was no ring music. I remember Hall kept saying, "This is JoJo. You're coming from the WWE to WCW. This is JoJo," and that was their word for kind of an independent, JoJo Starbuck, like it's kind of Bush League. And they just sat there. They would not go to the ring. And the match was Hall and Nash versus, I believe, Macho Man and Sting. And Hall and Nash wouldn't go. They wouldn't go. It's like 5 minutes or whatever, and they're kind of refusing to go to the ring without the ring music. And I remember Macho Man was like, all right, well, I'm going to go to the ring. It's probably like more of a Stu Hart imitation. I don't do a very good Randy. But basically he was saying that, well, if you guys aren't going to go to the ring, I will. And he just wandered out there. He's like, I don't need ring music. I don't care. As soon as I walk out there, people are going to cheer and yell and scream, and that's all that matters. So he went out there, and Sting followed, and then Hall and Nash had no choice but to go to the ring with no ring music. So I always remember that. Like, even Randy Macho Man Savage, as huge of a star he was, he still knew that, the show must go on, and stuff happens, so don't worry about it.
Let me tell you what. Randy loved you and appreciated your work and thought that you were fabulous. I know, so did I, but I think it means more coming from him.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, because he did mention that to me when I met him that one time after I left.
He loved your work. He loved your, and I hope it never, ever happens again.
Thank you, Lanny. And he came up to me and he was like, WCW made a mistake in letting you go, and I've been a fan of your work, and basically just I was like really, really impressed and honored that Macho Man even A, knew who I was, and B, said he was a fan of my stuff, and that really meant a lot to me. And I don't think I ever saw him. Actually, I saw him one more time afterwards at Bryan Adams' funeral. Me and Bret Hart were standing there, and Randy came and talked to us for a bit. But I never really got a chance to hang out with him, and never got to work with him. Don't even think I was ever in the same ring as he was. Maybe in one of those big World War III battle royals. But huge fan of Randy Savage, one of my all-time favorites.